All right, we got Jonathan and Rachel. We're talking about Ultimate Black Panther. So, of course, we talked about the Ultimate Spider-Man, and I think we both like that one. You like that one, Rachel?
I don't like spiders. What are you talking about?
Spiders are scary. This is a bearded spider. He was a bearded spider, so it's all right.
You know how I feel about beards.
I thought you loved beards. They're the best.
Anyways.
Okay, moving on. Right, so if I have a beard, am I the ultimate version of Jonathan?
Moving on.
Anyway, moving on. All right, so we got Ultimate Black Panther. Obviously, this is part of the rebooted Ultimates Marvel Comics line. This is a alternate dimension, separate from the regular Marvel Comics lines. So they can do different things. So it starts off, it says West Africa, and some people get zapped by some sort of weird beams. And there's these soldiers with circles on their heads. And then there's these dudes that say...
Not circles on their heads.
Well, I mean, they're like almost like, yeah, something like that.
Like a mask.
Like a mask, yeah. Yeah, they're wearing masks with circles. And then, so basically you have these two guys in the woods and they're observing what's going on. They're like, hey, we want to help, but we have to go back and tell our king and everything. So, yeah. So it turns out...
Spies.
They're spies. And so they were spying out the land. Of course, so the alternate universe, Wakanda, is very much similar in some ways to the regular Marvel comics and what we see in the movies. Wakanda was this kind of hidden city in Africa, kind of walled off from everywhere. But as we see in this issue, in this comic, that's kind of setting the scene, there are forces outside that are wanting to, are encroaching, basically. I like this little section here right after the initial part of the story. We get a little summary because we know the Maker used time travel to make an ideal Earth for himself by removing all the heroes, and he just uses the villains. So the Maker gets trapped, and so then there's these other villains that are... It's not clear if they're actually Egyptian gods, but they're at least taking on the moniker of Ra and Khonshu, which were Egyptian gods, and they want to rule Africa. So they're causing trouble. Nice. Isn't that nice? But Wakanda's like, not in my backyard.
Is that what Wakanda said?
I think, well, in the end, as we see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, yeah, T'Challa's talking to his dad, and he's giving him some sage advice about being a ruler. And then there's these, like, kind of weird monks, kind of like Jedi almost.
And then, yeah.
African Jedi.
T'Challa says, I don't believe in superstition.
Yeah. His dad's like, well, you need to keep your enemies close. If you don't like them, you still got to deal with them because you're the king. They're like, okay, Dad. And then so then the spies come and they tell T'Challa what's going on, and Shuri's like, let's go, Shuri. I'm sorry, Shuri. I said Siri. I said, oh my goodness, yeah. Shuri.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, let's go take care of these guys, and T'Challa's like, let's hold on. We got to think about this first. And yeah, so they have a little conflict there, and there's a little bit of that, and then we get another scene I thought was interesting, again with the dudes with the circle helmets. They're about to take out another town in West Africa.
And who shows up?
Who shows up? Who's the hero? Air quotes, hero.
It's not Black Panther that saves them.
Yep. It's none other than Killmonger. And what does he call his friend? Who I think is actually Storm, the Wind Rider. I suspect that's actually Storm, but I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong, because I'm like super caught up with all the Black Panther stuff, so maybe that's a Black Panther character in the regular Marvel comics, but the way that this person's like commanding the lightning, I'm like, I bet you it's Storm. But I like how Killmonger, like, basically he's got like a Thor thing going on. He's got this axe he throws, and then he gets hit by the lightning, and then he grabs it again. It comes back to him, basically, like he's Thor or something. I thought that was kind of funny.
Did you?
I thought it was funny. But yeah, then it cuts to T'Challa, and he's talking to his people.
Celebration of life.
Oh, celebration of life. That's right. Oh, it's the annual celebration of life. But of course,
there's always got to be a party pooper.
There's some party poopers. So we got some very much, we could say, ripped from the headlines, right? We got these individuals that decide to do a little suicide bomber, and it looks like T'Challa's father gets killed, and of course Black Panther is able to save himself because he's got the Black Panther suit. His dad pushes him off. His dad saves him. Okay, I didn't catch that little detail. Thank you, Rach. His dad saves him, pushes him off to safety, And now he's like, now we're at war. Now Wakanda's at war.
Yeah.
You mess with my family. So there we go. So that sets the scene there. So we got the villains and the heroes all set up, and a little bit of conflict there. So what'd you think, Rachel?
What?
Of the book?
I'm teasing. No, it was good. You know, a little bit different than the other Black Panther books, but it was good.
My main thing I liked was the art, because Seeley is doing the art, and he did another Ultimate book. I think he might have been done either. It was Ultimate. It was the one shot. There was a one shot book that he did, and when I saw that art, I was like, wow, that's really good. And then I saw the Ultimate Black Panther coming, and I wasn't sure about whether I was going to pick it up, and I saw who the artist was, and I was like, oh yeah, I want to pick this up, and yeah, definitely doesn't disappoint. I mean, this artist is solid. I mean, through and through. I just love the detail and
yeah, like the shot with his dad. Even I liked that artwork with just it's very realistic.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's just super solid with everything. Yeah, just yeah. I mean everything. I mean, it's some great splash pages too. You know, like when T'Challa's looking over his city, and just very cinematic. You know, felt like I was again kind of watching a movie. And there's nothing I can say about the art that other than positive. Honestly, just really good work. So I think so solid art, interesting setup to the story. See what's going to happen. So that's Black Panther #1, and then next month is Ultimate X-Men. So we'll see what goes on there too. But I think the Ultimate Universe is the reboot's been going pretty good so far.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff.